Good morning, everyone. It's Valerie, otherwise known as Chick Picker. How's everybody doing? It's Monday, and there's nobody here. Well, there's probably somebody here. I'm getting my YouTube fixed here, hopefully. A rookie move. Let's get the chat going. Gotta switch my account. You would think that I would find the reason why it does that, but I just haven't yet. Let's see here. Don't want you on. Oh my gosh. Stop. Stop, Valerie. Stop. There's Liz. Good morning. Let's get the chat popped out so we can get situated here. Glad you're here, Liz. Hope you had a good weekend. Great weekend. Full of firecrackers. All that fun stuff. All right. I think I'm set. There's Bumcrack. Good morning. I didn't really do a whole lot. Well, as far as celebrating and all of that, I didn't. It's kind of hard when you got dogs that I worry about the dogs too much. They got through it. I got through it. Ringo was like at my butt the whole time. Elvis, he did okay. He's a little bit skittish, but yeah, we made it through. I didn't do anything. I didn't even see the fireworks actually that they had in town because Ringo was he was flipping out, and I gave him medicine, and it didn't do anything for him. He was still flipping out. So, Saturday I went to my mother-in-law's, had lunch, and then came home and mowed the yard. Yeah. I mean, and I don't really have anybody to celebrate with, so that, sucks too. It's just the way it is. So we got through it. Oh, you had a great time in Gatlinburg. All weekend. Cotton candy wine. Ooh, that sounds really good. That sounds really good. I need to get some more wine. I need to start drinking it more, actually. Just kind of wind down with a glass of wine every night. That would be good. So, yeah, I guess I'm just a loner this morning. Good morning, Todd. Let's see here. So I've been talking about it for like weeks and weeks and weeks. Well, I finally did it. I went in and tackled my inventory 2 room and got busy and got that all cleaned up, organized. There was a lot. It looked like there was a lot of stuff in there, but it was just not. It was just not, or it wasn't organized. There was a lot of empty tubs. There was stuff here. There was stuff there. It was, and it's not a very big room anyway. It's probably half the size of a regular room. You could literally maybe fit a twin bed and probably maybe a dresser. Well, that's about it. There's not much else in there. So I got in there okay, so I have a rack like one of these. So that makes six clothing racks that I have, and I needed to get that one up so I could start putting clothes on there, because I don't want to say I ran out of room, but it was getting close. Because I've been adding stuff to that. So, excuse me. So, I took everything off of the rack and took it all over to storage. I didn't organize it very much just because it was hot and the mosquitoes were attacking me. They ate me alive. So I just I decided not to stay over there and do that. But I did get it all organized, and everything is in the room. Got the rack set up for clothing, which setting it up is I put bungee cords around it so the clothes don't fall off. I assigned the letters. I made my tags. I did everything just to get ready so I could start putting clothes on there. So that's set. That is actually a really big relief off of my mind. Todd, your internet's still down. Let's see, get Sally in here. And so yeah, I did that yesterday. So that was good. Got that all taken care of. Morning, Sally.
Morning.
How you doing? Pretty rough this morning?
Are you in here?
What?
You are. You're in my headphones.
I'm in your headphones. I'm glad I can fit in there.
Me too.
Well, I didn't. Yeah, the rack is actually. I didn't bungee cord it to the wall. They're very sturdy racks, so they're not gonna fall over. But I put the bungee cords around it, so the stuff that I put on it doesn't fall over, doesn't fall, out, because they're open racks or open sides. So I did that, and I've already started putting clothes on there, and it's ready to go. Got my shoes somewhat organized. There was some things that I had to decide if I was going to keep inside or put in the storage, because I didn't want to put everything in storage because of heat and cold, and so I had to really think about that. So, but I got that done. I still have a lot of work to get done, but you know, putting stuff in totes, all this behind me needs to go somewhere else. I don't need stuff like right close to me. I need to put it in the room, and so yeah.
But you put your shoes over in storage?
No, the shoes are here.
Oh.
The shoes stayed here. I don't know. I just have a funny feeling about putting them in, you know, where, I mean, it's not climate controlled, so it's, you know, it's whatever the heat's going to be. And I've never really had a problem with stuff over there, but I just wanted to make sure that that they were, you know, going to stay in shape and not get moisture or anything like that. So, but yeah, that's what I did.
And
that
Liz
is
and
what I did.
Todd's
internet
Todd,
is still down.
Todd, this is unacceptable.
I agree. Did you go to Best Buy and find out what you could do? There has got to be something else out there that can help.
No.
I mean, you have, I'm assuming you have AT&T. Maybe they have, I mean, they have that, what is that called? Uverse or something? I think they have an internet service.
Wow, Liz. Look at you go.
Yeah, she's kicking it on Posh.
I didn't get shit on Posh this weekend. All I got was Mercari and eBay.
That's good.
I sold a Beats by Dre pill pouch. It's like a zipper pouch that says Beats on it.
Yeah.
$21.
Nice. That stuff sells. I think I have 11 going out. So it was a slow weekend. It's one of the slowest weekends I've had in the last month or so, but
yeah,
at least I got something going out, so I can't complain. So Sally, you're off? Not yet?
I am. I almost didn't make it.
But you're off now. Pretty rough.
Yeah, it was very rough. I didn't think it was going to be that bad, but I was running back and forth and trying to get stuff done. When I was like the double person, you know. Oh man, just that like wore me out, you know. And I've been coming home and maybe staying up. I think the first day I stayed up until 10. And after 10 o'clock, I could not hold my eyes open anymore. I couldn't hardly walk. I couldn't do anything. I was so tired, and I slept. Oh, that's the morning. I think Brandon, wasn't that Friday morning?
Morning, chicken fried steak. Good morning, fish.
Oh yeah, it was Friday. Yeah, so it was Saturday morning. Yeah, it was bad. Brandon made breakfast for me, and then I was like, oh. And all I did pretty much was sleep.
Well, you were going in, you know, you're used to your 11 o'clock, you know, and it's kind of hard when you've got to get more sleep because you're, going to work early, 4 hours earlier. So
Mhm.
Chicken Fried Steak says Hanford Swap Meets open today. That's awesome.
Well, that sounds fun.
Liz says, Anissa, I used List perfectly. I'm super new to that platform. I know they have an app and they cross your stuff to Facebook Marketplace if you approve them. Morning, Hank. Let's see. Fishing and Picking says, can we walk Todd through how to set up his hotspot with this computer? I don't know.
I don't know either. You know how them old folk be.
You can message him and talk to him through that. I don't know that he's interested in that.
Churros and Laurel and all around.
Oh, yeah. Gotta love the churros.
Hey, Hank.
But yeah, I'm glad that I got that done. I was tired of talking about it. So I got it. And right now, that area is clear. So for the moment.
Well, don't stick nothing back in it.
Yeah. Okay.
Let's go to the dentist today. Ugh.
You are not worthless, Todd. I would actually look into, if you have AT&T cell phone service, I would find out about, because I know that they have an internet service, and that might be something. I think it's called Uverse, if I'm not mistaken.
Mhm.
That might be something to look into.
You're not worthless, Todd. You're helpless. There's a difference.
A big difference. That's right. That is right. Oh my gosh.
Man, I'm so proud of myself right now.
You should be. That was good. Liz, I don't have a whole lot of kids stuff, but I know I have a few things. I'm gonna try and get signed up for that Kitizen. I have to put that on my. Haven't even wrote my list out for today.
Well, dang it.
Yeah, Chicken Fried Steak says he gets cable and internet together.
Where
That
are
might
you
be
seeing that?
That, huh?
I'm not. Okay. I must be lagging or something. Do I sound laggy?
No. Oh, Kitizen is women's too. Oh, yeah. Okay.
Oh, it is?
Okay. I'm in. Fishing and Picking says, bam, bam, bam. I just checked my account for the SBA grant. Thank y'all. Premium beer money for the next 2 weeks. Woohoo! Congratulations.
That's awesome.
Sally, have you gotten anything yet?
No, because I have not reapplied. I need to reapply with my other checking account number and all that. Because I sent the money, or I sent them the information for the new account, which I didn't have my name on.
No.
What?
Oh, for your banking.
For the SBA.
Gotcha. Okay.
Was that what you were talking about?
Yeah.
Okay. So I haven't set up a new account or anything like that yet. So because I'm probably just gonna open one of mine.
But why wouldn't you do an SBA? Why didn't for the grant you're talking about?
Hmm.
So why wouldn't you just put that in your regular checking account?
Well, I can
Okay.
do that, yeah. But I need to just open one because I gotta get that information to
Right.
eBay. And I mean, they already have that information. They have the new account information, which I'm not on the new account. So they might even not even give me, they may not even say, they may say that I'm not set up yet because my name's not on there.
Hmm.
Either way.
Yeah. Well, that's great. Glad to hear that, fishing and picking. You're welcome. Liz says that Kitizen is women's too. So
Oh,
that's definitely something I need to look into and get an account.
mhm.
Because that can't hurt, having a few more
No,
places to sell things.
especially if it's free and, unless you sell it, something like that, I definitely look at you.
Yeah.
Excuse me.
So let's see here. Well, I had originally I had applied for the grant, and I can't remember if I applied for I think I did the advance where it was the grant and the loan, and but I hadn't heard anything. So when I went ahead and put a second application in, just to make sure, because I hadn't received anything that says, you know, you have an option for a loan. I hadn't gotten anything like that, so I sent another application in, which is probably not the smartest things to do, but I just wanted to make sure that I was, kind of in the running for that.
Right.
And then they sent me a message. They said, you have more than one account, more than one application. We've canceled your most recent application, and we are working on processing your first
Oh,
application. So I was like, okay, well, at least that's something. Because when I
yeah.
called them, they're like, well, did you apply for it? And I'm like, I don't know. And they said, well, you should know. And I said, but I don't know. I don't remember.
Yeah.
She said, did you click the box? And I'm like, I clicked a lot of boxes.
I
don't
click
know.
boxes all day long, bitch.
I don't know. I don't know. And
This
so
is
she
what I
really
do for a
couldn't,
living. I click boxes.
because I had my information. I had everything there, and I had my number, and I gave her my number, and I was like, well, can you tell me if I did? And she said, well, you should know if you did or you didn't. And I'm like, well, I don't. I'm sorry, I don't know that. Anyway, so apparently I've applied for it and it's being processed. So I don't know what that means, but I guess we'll wait and see. So Maggie says she hasn't gotten anything yet. Yet is a key word. Yet.
Grant's calling me. I'll bring it back.
Okay. I didn't see anything about a $1,000 grant on the application. Huh. That's kind of weird. But let's see. Liz says, and approve them to cross post to Facebook Marketplace. It doesn't show your info. And and they do cross posting and use ship. I'm gonna have to do that. I'm definitely gonna have to get in on that. So, but yeah, that's about all that's going on with me. Not very many sales. Anissa said it was a slow week for her, or weekend for her. Probably just because everybody's out doing their thing. I am sure there was a lot of partying and drinking and everything, but I
Are
hope
you still on here?
everybody had a good time, huh?
Still in here?
Yep. Good morning, Dottie. Hope you're having a good morning.
Hi, Dottie. Hi, Maggie.
Oh man. But I sold that red, white, and blue fanny pack that I had.
Yeah.
Oh, I think
That's
it's
good.
sold for $25. So it's not too bad. I listed a Moo Moo this weekend.
A Moo Moo?
Not the brand. Show me your Moo Moo. I didn't list. No, that.
Oh, it's a brand?
No, that is a brand. Show me your Moo Moo.
Show me your Moo Moo.
It is a brand. Yes.
Wow.
And there's a big following for that brand.
Hmm.
But that's not what I listed. I listed an actual Moo Moo.
Oh.
It was a Hawaiian. It's made in Hawaii, and it is I wouldn't say it was technically. I guess it wasn't a muumuu. It was more of a like a Hawaiian dress. Kind of looks like, I don't know. It was definitely like 70s, total 70s.
Yeah.
So.
Brandon just called me and told me to do something, and I forgot to do it.
Oh my god! I got all these things happening around me. I'm so confused.
He's like, "Is it sent?" No. Whoops! Forgot to tell you.
Like, give me a minute. Jeez.
Just trying to do something.
Oh, I got too many things going on. I can't do all of this. Let's see here. That should mean more drunk sales for us. Yeah, you would think that would. Morning, Dahlia. Let's see. If anybody is wanting to come in.
Oh. Okay. Whew.
Did you get everybody taken care of?
No, not yet.
Okay. Well, concentrate on that. Don't get lost.
I know. I'm getting lost here.
Don't get sidetracked.
He's like, did you do it? Nope.
Not yet. Get off of my back, mister.
No,
Jeez.
Mm.
These men.
I
watched a really good movie. Actually, I ordered it on, I think, when did I order it? I think I ordered it Saturday night. And then I was like, yeah, this is too scary.
Oh no.
It's too scary. I'm a scaredy cat. I am totally a scaredy cat.
I do.
I don't like, I mean, if it's a scary, and it really wasn't that scary, but it was a little too much for watching at night.
What is it?
The Invisible Man.
Oh.
Great.
I don't think that would be scary for me, but
Well,
it might.
I'm the type of person where I'm watching a scary movie. If I have popcorn, you're going to see popcorn flying because
Yeah,
I'm going to be jumping. I'm the type of person that jumps at those moments. I'm
yeah, me
hilarious.
too.
I mean, people just they crack up when they're watching. Well, they're watching me instead of watching the movie. Um, but it really wasn't. It wasn't that bad. There was just some kind of tense moments there in the movie. But really, it has Elizabeth Moss in it, the gal that
Yeah,
plays in *Handmaid's Tale*. So,
right.
and she does a really good job. She's a really good actress,
Yeah, she is.
and it was it was a good it was a good movie. It was actually I was pretty impressed.
Yeah, I
Um,
want to see it too.
I
We'll probably
usually
just
I've
order it.
I'm usually pretty that's what I did. But I'm a cheapskate when it comes to movies like that.
Yeah, how
No,
much was it?
I think it was $6.99. That's for a
Okay, so
rental.
that's not that bad. When it was like right whenever people started quarantining,
Uh-huh.
quarantining.
Yeah, that.
The bikini that you wear during quarantine is called a quarantini.
Oh my
Oh
gosh.
no.
Oh man, she gone.
Anyways, we we looked it up on Voodoo and we were gonna watch it and they wanted $24.99 and I'm like,
And
do
that
I
was
get
for
to
a
own
rent.
it?
Yeah, was that for a rental or was that?
Yeah, that was for her rental.
Oh, yeah.
I know. And I'm like, seriously? I don't even get to own it for that? No way am I doing that.
Right.
I don't have like movie theater type TV. So I mean, it's big TV, but it's not. If I'm going to pay $24.99, my ass better be sitting in a theater.
Yeah,
You know what I
exactly.
mean?
Exactly. With some popcorn. But yeah, it was a good movie. And I am so weird about that because I just don't I'm not a big renter of movies. I don't like to spend that kind of money or, spend any money really.
just just
What was
for
the other
renting
one
it.
that I watched I rented Braveheart. Um
Braveheart?
and that was $1.99.
Yeah, don't do that no more. I'll send you the movie or something.
Send me the movie. What do you mean?
Braveheart?
Yeah.
Yeah, I got it on DVD, I'm sure.
I don't have a DVD player.
You have a computer.
I have a computer. I don't watch anything on my computer. I don't even
Oh,
think there's a oh this doesn't even take discs. I can't I
are you
can't
serious?
I don't
It
think
doesn't have
so.
a disk drive?
I don't think so.
Well, that's dumb.
Yeah, it doesn't. It doesn't.
Lori's in the green room.
All right, I'm coming. I'm a coming.
Nobody comes to our green room anymore.
But yeah, I I'm usually one to like I'll look for movies and that I don't have to pay for, and I'll say, "Oh yeah, that looks like a good movie," but that
Yeah,
night apparently I was picking all the ones that, you know, got charged for, so that's
yeah.
okay. But I watched The Invisible Man yesterday, and that was it was good. You won't be
That's good.
disappointed
Yeah.
because you kind of think that that could actually, I mean, it could actually happen, in that. Um,
in that storyline thing.
Yeah, in that situation. Yeah.
Hmm.
Dolly says I listed a vintage Oscar de la Renta Moo too yesterday. It reminds me of the Moo Mrs. Roper wore on Three's Company. They actually have a Mrs. Roper's day, and I think it's in Las Vegas.
Really?
And it's kind of like a Dolly Parton, but kind of a Dolly Parton dress up day, but it's more Mrs. Roper.
Hmm.
And there's lots of people that dress up in like Mrs. Roper.
Yeah, I mean they call them captains too, but or Capitan. Is it Capitan or is it
I don't know.
Captain or something like that?
Yeah.
Anyways, I call them house dress or
Moo is a good one, but this dress is actually the style of it, because I was looking at comps and stuff. Comps are really good, but like there's in the same style, not the color, but the same style. There's wedding dresses that are made, Hawaiian wedding dresses in the same style. So it's like white, and it's got white flowers all over it. It's really pretty. Mine is pink with purple flowers. So yeah, I'm gonna try to get some. I think I listed it for $89.
Wow.
So we'll see how that goes.
That's awesome. How you doing, Laurie?
Pretty good.
Laurie.
Yep, so far so good. I'm still alive.
Jonah.
So is Teresa.
Yeah, I'm still kicking, huh?
Yeah, I haven't kicked her yet either. So
Is it her turn?
With this project, I haven't kicked her yet. So, and I kick her, sir. So
it's her turn to get kicked.
Well, this is her idea, and I'm the one doing it. So thank God it's too hot out today. I needed a break. So it's like, it'll be worth it in the end to soak in that hot tub, but it's not going as quickly as I thought it would go.
Yeah.
Especially
Nothing
with
ever
the heat.
does.
Mm-mm. So now I got to put up gutters on over my back door to keep the rain from pulling on the canopy. Otherwise, we get doused. I mean, heavily.
Oh wow.
So, and this, this house wasn't designed with gutters, so it's a fly by the seat of your pants and figure it out as you go type thing. So, because there's no way to, you can't use gutter clips. You can't use things that were built for a regular home on a mobile home. So, you gotta think outside the box. So that's what I did yesterday. I sat there most of the day figuring out what I needed, and I went and got it. Forgot the most important thing to hang them with.
Oh God.
So I had it wrote down. I just didn't pick it up. So it's like, ugh. So I said, I'm taking today off. I said, I'm not going out there today. It's going to be too hot. It's going to be 95 without the humidity. So we're looking at about 110 with humidity here.
Yeah.
So I'm not doing it because the canopy's not up yet. I took the old one down because it was falling from when the cat broke through it. And when I took it down, a huge ass wolf spider fell on my arm and scared the living shit out of me. So it was in worse shape after that than before I started taking it down.
Oh my God.
Because out came the broom. And I kept poking it because I got to looking and there was like 4 or 5 of them. The sun was kind of coming through, so I could see their shadow. I'm like, oh hell!
Oh my God!
I said, I think I put in the side chat, if I could figure out how to crop dust with my drone, I would with the ortho.
Yeah.
So I was like, oh my God! So I'm gonna get a bunch of home defense and just go all around the perimeter. I don't know. I'll send my son-in-law up on the roof and put it up there if I have to.
Yeah.
because I can't deal with those big ass spiders. I just can't do
Those
it.
spiders are really bad right now too
Oh, and
here.
they're not little. I mean, we're talking softball size
Oh
freaking
yeah.
spiders. You know,
I
and you
watched
can
this one come down from the canopy at work, and there we had a swarm of
really.
mayflies the other day, and so I think it was the last hatch, and but like so there's all these new bugs, and they're like, freaking me out. I think they're in my hair and shit, and then all of a sudden, from one of the lights comes this spider was probably about his body was about that big.
Mm, I'd be clocking out. Bye.
Yeah.
Taking
I
the rest
was
of the day
like,
off.
and he was coming down. He would come down, and he would come down super fast, like just and and he'd catch whatever like bugs he could in his web, and then he'd go back up, and then he kept doing it. I watched him come down from that canopy about 3 or 4 times. I'm like, oh my God. And, he wasn't coming down to like where people like, that level. He was still way up there, but
Yeah. Good morning, Kimmy.
I'm all afraid that, he's, gonna land in my hair or something.
I
Hi,
had
Kimmy.
one. I can't remember what day it was. I was coming in the house, and it was like it flew over my head and into the house. And this thing was big, and it wasn't black. It was like yellow, and it had stripes on it. It was an ugly mother. But yeah, he was pretty quick too, but I caught him. I skished him.
Yeah. Hi, Glenn.
Yeah, a person with flip flops. Yeah, those are great spider smashers. You betcha.
Hi, Bambi.
Yeah.
I'm usually not normally like afraid of spiders, but this garage has really. I know that there's lots of spiders in there, and I really need to just go in and just. I put that no pest thing in there, and that doesn't really seem to be doing anything.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's the area is too big, but so I think
It
I'm just gonna have
shouldn't
to.
be though.
I think I'm just gonna have to go and just start spraying like Lori was talking about. Just douse the whole place. And
they're bad here. I've seen them before, here and there, but they're really bad this year. And I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's because the mosquitoes are everywhere because of the lake. They're late treating the lake. And it's covered in moss. So it's nothing but a great big cesspool for mosquitoes. So that brings out every 8-legged freak there ever was.
Yeah.
So, and all the granddaddy spiders are even coming out. So, it's like that's the one thing I'm definitely afraid of them. I mean, teeny tiny ones I can handle, and the daddy longleggers I can handle because they look like baked beans with legs.
Right.
So those don't bother me. But those big hairy ass things, it's when they look like they spawned from a giant tarantula, I can't have no part of it. Yeah. It's like that's the one thing that will send me packing. I'm gone. That's why I told Teresa, I said, if one more spider falls on me and actually touches me, I am done. You're going to have to hire someone because I ain't doing it. They're falling from the sky. I'm doing it.
Yeah. Oh my God.
I'm not, if I had to pick between a spider and a mouse, I would definitely choose a spider.
Not me. I picked them. Well, I'm not afraid of mice anyway, but they don't scare me. I mean, spiders are probably the only thing that really terrify me. Other than I don't like vampires for some reason. My brother had a weird friend who used to sleep in a coffin. I don't know if that had anything to do with it because he stayed with us when we were little. I don't know, but as far as the new vampires, I don't like, but the old ones don't scare me. But spiders, I'd pick a vampire over a spider. Let's put that way. The twinkly vampires, nah. Those
Yeah.
sparkly,
No?
they don't bother me. Nah. But we're talking like Empire, or was it Interview with a Vampire? And
Mhm.
Blade.
Mhm.
So those they bother me. I don't know why. So I know why spiders bother me, but I really don't know why vampires have given me the creeps. Maybe
Yeah.
because I watched it, or not it, but Salem's Lot as a child. I don't know. Nosferatu in the prison, you know, when he pops up. Yeah.
Mhm.
That set, according to my parents, that set me running down the hall screaming. And I climbed up over my dad, down the back of the chair, and down the hall I went. Ah! So why they let me watch something like that as a child, I don't know.
Oh gosh.
Unless I
Kimmy
snuck
said,
out there.
"What? Sleep in a coffin?"
Oh yeah, my brother is weird. I mean, we're related to Edgar Allan Poe, if that explains anything. I know it explains my oldest brother. He's a little odd. I mean, he painted an eyeball looking through a keyhole for art class. That's strange. That's what I'm saying. His clay project was an Easter Island ashtray.
Oh wow.
He's just different. And he's out there, and he did a lot of hard drugs when he was young, so kind of warped his brain a little bit.
Yeah.
But yeah, one of his best friends slept in a coffin. Thought
Huh.
he was a vampire. So my dad's like, that kid tries to bite me in my sleep, I'm gonna cut his head off.
Oh my God. Lots of coffins look comfy.
No, they don't. They're freaky.
Yeah, they're definitely freaky.
I don't mind it for Halloween. I've got fake coffins and stuff like that. But I wouldn't
Yeah.
sleep in one.
No. I'd be afraid somebody would close the top of it and then I'd be stuck. I don't know if there's any kind of levers or anything that you can. I haven't investigated the inside one, so I don't know.
Wouldn't.
No.
You have to go get buried
Okay.
in Mexico because don't they leave a string hanging in your
Yeah.
casket so that you can ring the bell?
Really?
That's where the phrase "dead ringer" came from. Because
What?
I forget.
How can you ring the bell if you're dead?
Well, there was a case
Because
where
people weren't dead.
where they thought somebody was dead,
Uh-huh.
and they weren't, and they couldn't get out of the coffin, and they died. Of course, they died, but
They seen
it was some
scratch
kind of
marks.
it was some kind of sickness. So they started tying a string to the person's finger when they would put them in, when somebody would presumably die. They would put them in the coffin, tie a string, and then put a bell out where if they were to wake up or come to, when they were trying to move around, they would ring that bell.
Mm-hmm.
So they would come out and dig them up. So, but yeah.
Wow.
That's where they
that's where dead ringer comes from.
Dead ringer and graveyard shift, because they would have to watch. There would have to be somebody there to listen for the bell.
Huh.
Mm-hmm.
Learn something new every day.
Yep.
Well, and well, I learned on Cinco de Mayo that Cinco de Mayo is Brandon was telling me it was the Day of the Dead, and I'm like, no,
that's a different day, I think.
Yeah, it's a different day.
Yeah, that's like Muerte. I can't remember. Anyways, Cinco de Mayo is about like a war or something.
It's a Mexican Independence Day.
Mm-hmm. May 5th. Like our July 4th, it's their independence on May 5th.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, it's where they celebrate celebrate Mexican Army's 1862 victory over France.
Mm-hmm.
There you go. Got
But
your
then,
history lesson for today.
but then,
But I think the Day of the Dead is near around Halloween.
Mm-hmm. Something like that.
it is celebrated in Mexico between October 31st and November 2nd.
Okay.
And
Yeah.
basically it's just about
Celebrating dead people.
they're Mexicans view it not as a day of sadness but as a day of celebration because their loved ones awake and celebrate with them. So it's like they're celebrating with their spirit.
Gotcha.
Kind of like our Samhain, or Halloween,
Yeah.
where the spirits rise and blah blah blah. Not to change the subject, but I am changing the subject, and I'll show you what I got.
Okay. Show us.
Oh my God.
Look at that.
Hey, toot! I was looking for a card at Walmart and couldn't find one because they were all gone. And I'm walking around and come around the corner. There he sits in an empty cart all by himself.
Oh.
I thought, well,
man.
I said, well, you're just going to have to go home with me, aren't you? So he did.
Yep.
He's
They
cute.
are cute. I wished he moved, but he didn't. So, but he's still cute as can be. That
Yes.
face. I was like, I couldn't leave him sit there by himself. So.
Morning, Beth.
Morning, Beth.
Teresa's like, what are you doing
Nadia
with that?
says king of like the Catholic All Souls Day. That's celebrated around the same time.
Hmm.
Kind of like the Catholic All Souls Day.
I was like, where'd you
Just
get
lay
King?
down.
I don't know.
I was
Like-
like, King? What? I don't
Yeah.
see that.
Lay down.
I was freaking out this morning because I
Bambi.
was in the office doing my paperwork and I went to
Come.
stand up and I looked out the window of the front of the store and all I seen was white. And I was like, what the hell is going on outside? And then like as soon as I came out of the office, I was able to see that there was a freaking van there and it was taking up that whole window. And I'm like freaking out because everything is white out there, you know?
Oh my gosh.
So, yeah.
Morning, Julie.
I've been doing this shit to myself all day.
Oh
Wow.
man. So how many you got off?
Only 3.
Oh. Well, that sucks.
Yeah.
I was hoping you'd get a couple extra ones.
I will take 3.
Just because.
Fishing and picking, you know better than that. I wasn't high. I was tired.
Yeah. She worked 3 11s.
Yeah.
That's a lot of hours.
33 hours in 3 days.
That's way too many hours. I mean, we can work 24/7 here at home, but when you got to go out and deal with the public and all that.
Lay down.
Thanks, but no thanks. Excuse me.
Really?
There was
Oh my
this
God.
guy and this lady that came by the store this morning to get coffee and they're like, yeah, we're driving back to North Carolina. And I'm like, oh, you're coming from North Carolina? Yeah, we came to see her mom. And we just chose this weekend to come, you know. And I'm like, man, I bet you won't make that same mistake twice. Because you're gonna have some bad traffic on the way home. There was so many people here.
Oh, I bet. I bet.
We had our sales just in inside sales for all 3 days has been over $10,000.
Nice. Very good. Beth said goose egg on all platforms yesterday. The one order I got, they canceled.
Oh no.
She said they canceled in Spanish. I guess I could have played dumb and shipped it. Yeah.
It's like a one sale I got the other day. They sent me an offer, and I accepted it. They paid for it, and then they turned right around and canceled. I'd be so damn mad. I'm like, "Ugh." Like, why do they bother doing that? It's like,
Yeah.
no.
Well, you know, that's the thing too, is that, I mean, when they buy it and then they cancel it and then they get their refund, there's, you know, it's not a whole lot of money, but there are cents, there's some change that we don't get.
Mm-hmm.
We don't get that back. That
Yeah.
stays in PayPal.
Yeah.
I don't like that. I don't like that
Yeah.
at all. Even if it is, you know, a couple of cents, it's they add up, you know.
Yeah. And I got another spam email.
Uh-oh.
A spam.
Did you
I
just
reported them.
did you?
I reported them to eBay for Business.
Good. Liz says
Because
Gap.
really, it's really hard to report somebody.
Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh.
I mean,
I haven't reported any of them.
I don't know if you actually even can, besides telling eBay for Business about it.
Yeah.
So
Liz says Gallenberg was like Corona who?
It's getting to be like that everywhere. It's like that here. Well, except
Yeah,
for
here
downtown
too.
Cincinnati, they're required to wear masks now.
Yeah.
Which I was just reading something from somebody from OSHA who posted on Facebook who said each mask is designed differently, and it's none of them are going to really keep you from, you know, getting the virus. I forget what all it said. He said that's not what they were designed for. So none of the masks that we have were designed for this.
Right.
He says no different than, you know, the flu, as far as you're still gonna, he said still you need to wash your hands, sanitize your phone, all that stuff. He said the mask, he said if anything it's more of a comfort thing. If it makes you feel good, wear it. He says, but I've worked in OSHA for over 30 years. He says, and I know the difference between the N95s, the surgical mask, and cloth masks. He said, if anything, cloth is probably the worst for you. He says, because you're breathing in and out, and the moisture is getting into that cloth, and it's going to create, overnight, it could create micro fungus, micro mold particles that you're going to be breathing back into your lungs. And so it's really more of a health risk to wear something like that. You know, he says.
Plus, couldn't they, some, like, if the little spittle of corona gets on your mask,
you're going to breathe it in. I mean,
you're going to breathe it in. That's
right.
what I'm thinking too.
He says,
well,
you know,
I think like on a cloth mask, or really any kind of a mask, if you're that close to somebody where they're getting spittle on you, and you're, you know, you could potentially be bringing that in, I don't really think that would. It may penetrate. I mean, that's just such a like 1 in a million chance that somebody that close could, you know, be infected and do that. I don't know.
He said your best bet is to keep your distance. You know, he says, just like when somebody's got the flu, what do? Stay away from me. You know, you keep your arms length, keep your distance, just like you would have if you know they're sick, you know, or whatever. He said that's the smartest thing you could do. He says, but the masks, all they are is a comfort feature. So,
Hank says, I thought about just wearing a welding hood to the I had a hell of a time trying to make a mask that would actually stay on my face and not rip my ears clean off.
I was trying to find where
Oh my
they
gosh.
had posted that about it.
That's right, fishing and picking. If you can smell my fart, your mask ain't working.
Yeah.
There you go. I love that. That's awesome.
Or you're too close, one or the other.
I really do think that uh, social distancing, staying away from people, even to talk to somebody, you don't need to be like right next to them.
Or like Jerry Seinfeld's close talker.
Yeah. I mean,
don't need to be that way.
So I think that's more effective actually than the mask, really. But that's my theory.
Mm-hmm. It's
No
like
hate.
I have my little bubble. You stay out of it.
Yes. So I was at Walmart the other day and I was shopping. I was on the phone, but I was still shopping.
Mm-hmm.
And there was a lady, and she came up next to me. So I was in my lane, and I was looking at stuff, and she come like right up next to me, and she had a mask on. I did not. And she's like, I need to get in there. I'm like, I'm shopping.
Can you wait a minute?
I was like, okay. And so I went in and grabbed my, and of course I was on the phone, so I wasn't as speedy as, as I normally would be. But I was just like, I kind of just looked at her like with this dumbfounded look on my face, like, okay, wait your turn. I don't know what to tell you,
I'm going to start wearing a hula hoop with an electric fence wrapped around it.
She was like, sorry. And it just really it was one of those things that just,
yeah.
Freaking fracking. But, and she, she came on me. She came up on me and, I was just doing it just really got to me.
Yeah.
But, yeah, so I don't need to go anywhere. I just need to stay home.
Just take an electric fence and wrap it around that hula hoop, put it on my shoulders.
I need to get
one in my bubble.
Get one of those shower curtains that the Karate Kid.
Yeah.
That's what I'll do the next time. Yeah. I don't know.
Baby says you
put
woke
shoulder
me up.
mounts on it.
It just frustrates me when people are, just a normal. I mean, even if it wasn't, the pandemic or whatever. I mean, people are just dumb.
I don't like people I don't know in my space. It's like,
yeah, if I could turn around and punch you in the face, you were too close.
Yeah.
That's about right.
Bambi,
wow.
And I practice that a lot more, than anything else. I just I try to get in and get out. And if there's somebody that is already, I turn down a lane and somebody's already there, I'm going to go around. So I don't have to get in your space. You don't have to get in my space. I can avoid you.
Get one of those little fart machines.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, that'll keep people away, won't it?
Yeah, it would.
It's like you can't hear nothing. It's like, did I do that? Set it to the really gross ones so they stay away from it. Sanders like, oh, my stomach.
Yeah, that'll definitely keep people away from you. But good morning, Texas Val.
I Texas Val.
I don't see the whole thing of having a mask in a restaurant.
Yeah, that doesn't make any sense.
Pull it down to eat.
Have you seen that Facebook thing of that guy wearing a mask and it was almost like a double N95, and he had it was like two masks on top of each other. Well, he would open his mouth, and the top mask would open up. He could put food in his mouth and eat, and then it would close so he could chew it. I'm like, man,
No, I haven't seen
no,
that.
no,
Uh.
no, nope, nope, nope.
Kind of silly.
But there's all kinds of stuff out there these days. But
Yeah.
I don't know.
Our governor closed all the other regions except our region of the UP for this weekend. So people just flooded us.
Yeah.
More than they would have if they could have stayed home and got drunk. They probably would have, in the bars, or went out celebrating or whatever. If they could have done that,
Yeah.
where they were at, they probably would have stayed home. But instead, they went, "Ooh, we want to go to the bars. Let's go up north."
You guys are lucky, that you have your bars open.
Yeah.
I have my own, so
Well,
I don't have to go anywhere.
they will probably she'll probably shut us down. Probably this week.
I look for another shutdown to come.
Oh,
Yeah, I'm kind of thinking the same thing. I don't think this is over by a long shot.
Mm-mm.
Well, I think she was just waiting until after the holiday because she has a cabin up here.
Probably.
I want to keep it open, so I don't
go
look
to
too
my
bad when I'm
cabin.
going.
Hey, it wouldn't surprise me any.
I'll wait till I get back.
Yeah.
Oh my
This is
God.
what she does, huh, Mary? Mary knows. Mary, I seen that picture of your kitchen, your upstairs kitchen. That's awesome. You guys did a really good job.
Oh, mercy.
They
I
have them
bet.
to where the servers wear them, like at Jonah's restaurant. The servers wear them, but the people don't have to.
Customers?
Yeah. I'm like,
That's what-
well, we're all people, but
She got a bear coming in for a beer or a sandwich.
Mary says Michigan is now a communist state.
Beth, I hope you have a great day. She said if Summer comes in, tell her to message me on Facebook so I can message her about working Hangout. Okay. But
Why do you
I
say
think-
that, Mary?
I think just staying in and I think that is really, and if you have to go out, just try to stay away from, it's not that hard to stay away from people. If you're standing in line, just give yourself some space, and really, I mean, that should be a thing anyway. I don't want somebody standing right up in my neck.
Yeah.
I want somebody, take a couple of steps back.
Me too, Anessa. Any day.
But yeah, I don't know.
I only got called bitch, I think, twice this weekend.
Well, that's pretty good.
Yeah.
That's pretty
Not too
good because
bad.
you
I
are
didn't get to see anybody's balls. So lots of tweakers.
lots of tweakers. Yeah.
Yeah.
You guys are tweaking pretty bad up there, aren't you?
Yeah.
Right now.
That whole
Well,
state's jittering.
not me, but yeah.
Starting to get bad again everywhere, though.
Yeah. Ray says, Cases are rising, but deaths are falling across the U.S. Well, I know our governor's been crazy. Oh, I know. I'm surprised that indoor dining is still a thing. Me too. We renamed picnics to protests. Yeah.
Julie says, what would you do with your 5-year-old on his birthday if everything is closed? I'm out of ideas.
Oh.
I don't know. I don't know.
What about a water balloon fight?
Get a slip and slide.
Yeah,
have a slip and slide party.
Water balloons.
Yeah.
All that stuff. Order those ones where you hook like 140 of them up all at once to the hose and it fills them all up.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
We got some that have like color dye in them. We picked them up. There's 120 of them. And so when it hits you, it turns your clothes, it'll wash out, but it turns your clothes all different colors. So it's like a tie-dye water balloon fight. I forget where we found them. I think we found them at the mall somewhere last year. But they still have them. Made by the same company that makes the, multiple fill-up ones all at once. That would be fun, though.
Yeah.
Or do what they fill the trays with. Its little kids, you fill the trays with shaving cream, and you got to find the little toys and all that.
You could do a scavenger hunt.
Yeah, scavenger hunt.
In the backyard, maybe. He'd love that.
Mm-hmm.
He would have a lot of fun.
Oh yeah. What about one of those big water slides?
Mm-hmm. Sea creature fun. Yeah, there's all kinds of cool little things to do.
Hang sheets on a fence and make pudding in different colors and let them paint. They will love it.
Finger paints and all that stuff. That reminds me, we just won one of those big blow up screens for a theater, movie theater. So we're going to pop that up outside, and we're going to have community movie night because of all the DVDs I've got. What's not selling, right away, or what I don't have listed. I have so many duplicates of everything that I can pull movies, and I got kids movies, I got horror, I got every genre there is, and just have a movie night because we have the popcorn machine. I just won a bunch of potato chips from that Fast Track. I won a bunch of licorice, stuff to make like a little concession stand, and help from the community. Some of the people we have around here, we're going to do like a little mini concession stand. Everything's going to be free. People can come and watch a movie.
There you go.
So, give them something to do.
I like the pirate treasure hunt. That would be a lot of fun.
Especially if you have a sandbox, or get those mini kids pools and fill them full of kids sand or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
If you have it. I know she said they're closed up there or whatever.
Yeah.
If everything is closed.
They're pretty shut down. Yeah. I mean, I think she says I have a bounce house rented for Saturday, but his birthday's on Wednesday.
I seen on a commercial where somebody had taken a bunch of PVC pipe and turned it into put it all together and made like it was a sprayer for the kids to play in and stuff, and it was pretty neat. There's different things people were doing in their backyards on this commercial, during the COVID and stuff. I thought, well, that's kind of a neat idea. They had their little slip and slide. They had it set up on a tarp, so it was constantly spraying. They can run through the water and slide, and it's pretty neat.
I haven't heard that fishing and picking. He said, did you hear Walmart is turning some of their parking lots into drive-in movie theaters?
Yeah, I heard that.
Huh. Mm-hmm. That's interesting. Good for them.
I don't know why they went away. Why did they go away? It's like the best thing ever, I think.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I loved going to the drive-in, especially when you back your truck up and you sit up in the back of the truck with lawn
Mm-hmm.
chairs or the lounges. And that's what my
Mm-hmm.
dad would do. He'd throw the lounge chairs back there for us kids. And, and him and mom would sit out in the regular. We'd lay back there with our blankets and our popcorn, and we
Yeah.
just think that was the bee's knees.
Well, in our, well, I always want to say truck and then I always want to say car, but actually, technically, it's a wagon. Yeah, did you know that?
What?
No.
My
What's a
Jimmy, my
oh,
Jimmy is a wagon.
A
It's
wagon?
it's on the that's what it's classified as.
Huh.
Anyways, I would want to take that because like the seats they pull forward or not pull forward, but they
lay
fold
back.
forward. Yep, and then like if you but if you like they don't lay all the way down though, like on their own. You would have to push them down or whatever. But if you're just, if you're just sitting back there or whatever, it'd be kind of like reclined almost.
Mm-hmm.
Hi, J. Marie.
Julie said they still have a drive-in theater in Sacramento that still runs. Oh.
We have one here in Ohio. It's in probably about 30 minutes from me that still operates. They're
I don't.
supposed to be airing I guess Garth Brooks is doing or has done his concert, and he's going to broadcast it through all the drive-throughs or the drive-ins throughout the nation.
Huh.
So people can see it. It's going to be a simulcast or something like that through all the different drive-ins.
Huh.
I don't know if he's doing it or has done it already. I'm not sure because I don't really follow Garth Brooks, but I heard that. So
I'll be right
I thought
back.
that's kind of neat.
Okay.
Either
Oh,
that or you can fill squirt guns with the tie-dye solution and hang shirts up and let them
Mm-hmm.
do that with squirt guns, do their own little design with squirt guns.
Oh, that's a good idea too.
Mhm. And you could probably
Yeah.
get like stencils to put on the shirt. That way it goes all around it, but on the stencil.
Mm-hmm.
There's all kinds of different things you can do. But usually when you do the squirt guns, it doesn't always end up on the shirt. It usually ends up on each other.
Mm-hmm. That's a good idea, Mary. Just to start taking trips and trying to find out where you want to move.
Mhm.
I don't know where the closest drive-in movie theater would be here.
Google it.
Yeah, but thing is I pretty much know like on all three sides, let's see, four sides of us, like 15 minutes or it's about 30 minutes each way. There's a town. And then but I pretty much know that there's nothing in those four towns as far as a drive-in. Possibly 45 minutes away. There may be. I've thought about Kentucky. I thought about Mississippi. I don't know. I don't know. I don't really want to live just one place. All right. Good job, Vanessa. Yeah, we used to have one when we were kids in the town that we lived in. And it was always such a big deal. We never got to go to the drive-in. Absolutely never. And the only time I ever went was when I went with friends and their parents. my dad or Valerie's dad never did any of that. My mom would take us to the theater that you know has seats or whatever, and usually during the summer they would have summer matinees for kids when they were out of school, and you could watch a movie for 50 cents or $1. Yeah, it is really beautiful country. Kentucky is.
Mm-hmm.
It's okay, Dottie. Wait, you spelled it right, didn't you? You spelled it right. I think you spelled it right. Anyways.
What?
But she said, sorry, I spelled my state wrong, Rhode Island. But whenever I look at it above, I think it's spelled the same way.
We got 12
So,
items going out today. You guys got good sales over the weekend?
I sold, like I was telling Valerie, I sold this Beats by Dre. It's like a pill pouch.
Mm-hmm.
It's shaped like a pill, basically. And I sold it for I think it was 24 or something. $24. Which was great for me.
I'm just surprised I had so much because I haven't really been listening where I've been working back there. I've been, buying a few things off the fast track and listening like one or two items when I get it. But other than that, mm-mm. So I mean, I had a good weekend. I was shocked because I hadn't had any sales, and all of a sudden, boom, boom, boom.
Oh, really?
Okay. It's like, oh, thank you. Because I mean, I was literally down to zero where I had transferred everything over to the new bank account. And I'd left just enough in there for shipping. But that's about it. I mean, and then something else come out I forgot about. So it's like, oops.
Mm-hmm.
So I was down to zero by then.
Yeah. I also sold 3 Dollar General. There were pillows.
Mm-hmm.
There were the sequin pillows, mermaid pillows. I sold 3 pillows to someone in Australia.
Cool.
I think I got 36 for them. I only had 4 going out today, though. 3 on eBay and 1 on Mercari. But I'm happy with that. At least I didn't get a big zero.
Did you see that picture I posted in our chat? The big giant rolls of bubble wrap. I got the big bubble, and it was 4 rolls, and I put it in the back of my truck, and it spanned the whole width of the back of my truck.
Oh my god!
Oh wow!
So I couldn't even get it in the door over here. It was so wide. Either way, either this way or the other way. I was like, so I had to open it all up and take them out roll by roll, and it was, it's the 12-inch stuff, and these rolls are probably as bigger than a truck tire. I mean, they come up to about just almost to my armpit is how high they were. So I had to take them off, and I rolled them down the hallway and had to go find where to put them. But I priced it. I paid $20 for that huge lot of
Wow.
bubble wrap. Well, you go to Walmart and buy the biggest roll they have is $18 or close
Yep.
to that. Teresa said, "Really?" I said, "Yeah, I could probably take the spindles off my other stuff because I keep the cores
Mhm.
because sometimes the tall beer glasses and stuff fit right down inside that.
Yep.
So I keep them for packaging purposes." I said, "I bet I could take this and put it on smaller rolls and shrink wrap it and probably sell it." So I
Yep.
mean, for next to nothing because I didn't hardly pay anything for it.
Right.
So it's like, she said, "That costs that much at Walmart for that?" I said, "Yeah, you go buy a branded duck brand, and it's $16 to $18." I said, "I paid 20 plus some pre. I think it was like altogether it was like 22 something for that huge mass that was in the back of my truck." So it's
That's
like,
crazy.
and then I bought the poly bags we get from eBay, the white ones with the self
Mhm.
sealer. I got two rolls. There's 1,600 of them total. There was one's got 1,000 on it, one's got 600 on it. The only difference is it doesn't have the self sealer. It's on the roll. It's perforated, so you rip it off, put your stuff in there, and I got to seal it itself myself with my, meal sealer I have.
Yeah.
I paid $3 for the $1,000 one, and I think I paid 50 cents for the one with the 600 on it. So I don't
Wow.
have to use my coupon for poly bags anymore because they're the big. One of them's 10 by 15, and the other one's 8.5 by 11.
Oh, perfect
So
size. Yeah.
I won't have to buy poly bags for a while, so I can use my coupon for like tape, all the
Yeah.
tape I need. So,
Yeah.
and then they have boxes and stuff like that, unlabeled or unbranded boxes. So that's the kind of stuff I'm buying off that site right now is packaging materials.
Yeah.
So
That's
craft
good.
paper, bubble wrap. I mean, it's. I was like,
I
I won't
mean,
have.
if you
It's.
can get that stuff for cheap or
Oh
free,
yeah,
that's that. I mean, that does your business.
exactly.
I spend so much money on packing stuff,
Hmm.
shipping stuff, and um, yeah, it's
It's
ridiculous.
ridiculous. I mean, now if I could get bubble mail, I got some bubble mailers. I think I got 50 of them for 10 cents or something like that. They were like just bubbled together. I said, for the most part, I said the only thing I need would be bubble mailers from which I'm trying to get some now. There's a lot, like 200 of them, the uh,
Mhm.
Jiffy style paper brand, and
Mhm.
I know that 100 of them go for like $40 or something like that. They're expensive.
Right.
There's 200 of them, and it's at $18 now. So I'm thinking,
Oh
well,
wow.
I don't really want to go over 20 on that because they apply their premiums and stuff. So,
Yeah.
but if I can get it for $20 to $25, I'll be happy with that because those will last me a while. 200 of them because they're the standard size that I would normally use. So Teresa's like, well, if you get them for free off of eBay, I said, yeah. I said, but if I can get next to nothing and
Yeah.
have a large quantity of them, I said, I'm not really getting them I haven't used that coupon. It's not, and I got to pay, they don't charge you shipping or anything like that. I said, but if you go over that $50, you
Mhm.
got to pay the difference. So
Right.
I said, I would rather use my coupon for the tape because I use a lot of tape.
Right.
So, what are you doing?
Morning,
Get
Myra.
down from there.
Hope you're having a good Monday morning.
I
Yeah,
got quite a few things off there right now. I'm trying to flip. So, would you go away? Got a goofy cat in here now. Bambi finally left. Now I got a clingy cat.
that's
Get rid of one, I got another one. What? You're gonna knock it down. And he's got to rub all over everything. You're so weird.
yeah. Yeah, Texas just really struck me as a just a nice, people are nice and um, you know, I have a friend, she moved from California to Nebraska just recently and
What?
she said, there's kids that are riding their bikes down the street. I mean, you just don't do that in California. Even she lived in the country and you still don't do that. Um, it, it's a California is just a weird a weird place. And she said, I just can't believe there's kids walking down the road with fishing poles and their tackle box, and they're going fishing, and she said, I just have never I've never seen that anywhere, and especially not in California. So I said, so you basically moved into Mayberry, and she said, yeah, pretty much. And yeah, she just loves it. There's people that are stopping by her house, welcoming her to the neighborhood, and she said, I was just amazed at the people that just how nice people are, and it is kind of weird. It is kind of weird.
I am so behind on watching YouTube right now. I'm gonna have to binge watch it for a weekend to even come close to catching up on everybody's videos. So Teresa said, I want to put a TV out on the back deck when we got the hot tub going and hook up one of my smart boxes to it so I can watch
you'll
YouTube
never
out
leave.
there. I'll be like, hey!
Yeah, you'll never leave. You'll have
live from the hot tub. It's the turkey picker.
There you go.
I see from this part up because you don't want to see this in a bathing suit, trust me. I'll blur that out. Oh, I just been glad to get it all done. It's been a pain in the butt. It's like you fix one problem and find another one. So the way our deck's situated, as big as that hot tub is, we'll have to walk around it to get to the steps. So I was like, oh well. So I said, can't go anywhere but there. So
yeah.
I said, unless you want to build onto the deck. I said, nah, it's too hot to do that. I said, so don't even get that idea in your head because I ain't doing it.
I got lost. I'm sorry.
That's okay.
From where?
From my bathroom.
Did you not leave breadcrumbs to find your way back?
I walked outside the bathroom and I saw these clothes laying on the washer. So I'm like, I should just fold these up real quick. And I'm like, no, there's too many.
I was saying, Sally, where are you?
I mean, my bathroom's just like right down the hall. If I get lost, I'm in big trouble.
Yeah.
And my hat.
That's cool. Texas Val. She said her daughter just moved into her neighborhood this weekend, and one of their neighbors came over and helped them mow their lawn.
Oh, good.
Cool.
Yeah, it's nice when you have people that that want to help and everything.
It's a whole different atmosphere, country versus city.
Oh yeah.
Because around here, I mean, just in my little community, just my little area, I have neighbors that would, if I need anything, they're right there.
Yeah.
In the city, it's different. They're all guarded, basically. Like, no. Unless you're like right next door to each other and you get to know each other. But I've just noticed that being from the country, then you go to you go into Cincinnati, people are guarded. They're just, it's different.
Oh yeah, I live in such a small town that Mike used to leave his car keys in the truck, and his windows down every night. He's like, well, I guess if they want it, they can have it. But I don't know. I can't do that. I still lock my car every day. Wherever I go, I lock my car.
I do too. I lock my car.
My windows are up. I don't mess around with that.
Even though I know if they really wanted it, all they'd have to do is bust the window and take.
Oh yeah.
I mean, that's. But it's a mentality, because I used to live in Franklin, which it's a country town, but it's also a bunch of. There was thieves in the area. It's the drug pandemic hadn't really hit and all the heroin and all that, but there was still, marijuana going on and cocaine and stuff like that. So, but it wasn't as bad as it is now. This was like 15 years ago, you know,
Mm.
and it was, I had my car broke into twice, my house broke into twice. So in that same town. And so it's like after that, even moving back here and this being basically its own self-contained little community, with the exception of having stores and stuff like that.
Right.
We have issues with thieves and things like that, but we know who they are. It's just
Right.
a handful, and we have
Yeah.
one problem place, and it's being taken care of by law enforcement. So, that we can control. So, but I still lock my car, lock my shed, because
Yeah.
they're wanting things that they can flip quick.
Yeah.
I won't even leave my dolly out. That
Yeah.
my metal dolly, because they could take it and flip it for $20 and get them their drugs. So,
Yeah.
but once that's taken care of and they're out of here, it'll probably get back to that same type of mentality, mate. Because that's what it used to be around here, was the Mayberry type thing.
Right.
Yeah.
Everybody's fishing or cooking out, and it's a country setting. So,
Yeah.
what are you doing? Quit! I'm talking here.
Texas Val says, "Are you still thinking about doing auctions?" Yeah, I mean, we're thinking about it. We just haven't, since Sally's been, working and everything.
Yeah.
We haven't really had a chance to talk about it, but yeah, it's definitely something that we're thinking about. Don't lose hope.
Yep, and all my jewelry auction plans are on the back burner right now because everything else going on with the project. Oh, it's crazy. And I got to move stuff around because I've got so much stuff accumulated.
Were you here when we were talking about that, Lori?
What's that?
Were you here when we were talking about that?
If it was in the last week, no.
I don't think so.
Okay,
no.
so
week or a week and a half, probably not.
We were talking about maybe one night a week doing 2 or 3 people and just auctioning off our own stuff.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, that might be giving me a chance to get rid of some of this jewelry.
There you go.
Just throw it in a bulk bag, and here you go.
Yep.
Here it is.
I just sold a craft lot of jewelry that I found. I was making room for some printer paper I got. I got a big case of printer paper. I thought, I gotta find somewhere to put this. So I was clearing out a table, and back in the bag was a big, huge 10-pound bag of craft lot stuff where I had gone through other stuff and just kind of accumulated it. So I threw it on for $20 and it sold within an hour. So like, cool. But it was, it's like, Lord, how long's that been there? But yeah, I've got more like that I need to unload and make room for other stuff. So
Yeah.
And what do? I bought 10 more pieces of jewelry from down there. It's all new. It's like, why did I do that for? Because it was there.
Why not?
Would you leave that alone? You're worse than a child. Quit.
I mean, getting all that stuff together and that cleaning up that room and everything, because the majority, other than the shoes and the clothing, everything else is not listed. So I have so much stuff. It's a lot.
Mm-hmm.
I have a lot of stuff.
I do too, and I need to unload some of it.
So I don't know.
Because I got new stuff coming in, and I got old stuff I haven't listed yet. And Teresa's like, "Where are you going to put everything?" I said, "I have no idea. I'll find a cranny somewhere to shove it in, I guess."
Oh my gosh.
Oh, you know what, Texas Fire? I'm sorry, I totally forgot you were looking for stuff like that. I'll have to get another one together for you.
Craft lot. If you ever have any, I'll buy them.
I totally forgot. I know she was looking for pieces like that. So I've got
cluster
more.
Earrings.
Trust me.
What is that?
What's that?
What's a cluster earring?
It's like when it has a bunch of like rings, like beads or whatever, and I don't have one handy to show you, but they're usually like crap. Hold on, I got some.
Okay.
I know what she's talking about because I've got a bunch of them. They're West German cluster earrings.
Mm.
I just keep saying it's a cluster.
Yeah, that's what I said the other day. This is a cluster. Beep. You
Yeah. Yeah. Oh my gosh. Oh, I have so much. Well, you
Wow.
know, thinking of, you know, all the totes of stuff that I have, plus that I have over in the storage unit, and then I have probably 15 totes of unlisted inventory in my bedroom, which I broke that rule because I always said I'm not putting any inventory in my room,
Mm.
but there was no other place to put it.
those are
I
sorry.
It's fine. Yeah,
Those are
Oh, okay.
yeah,
cluster earrings.
Okay.
So those aren't mine. I just happened to find it. Go ahead, Valerie. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to
yeah.
interrupt you.
But I have got. I mean, my main goal is to. I'm saving all my jewelry. I'm not going through my jewelry right now, and that that is definitely something that's going to. I mean, there's a lot of things that are going to Texas, but that's going to be that's going to go to Texas definitely.
Yeah.
Try to get rid of clothing. You know, the bigger things is what I'm going to focus on. Getting listed and getting rid of because I don't want to take everything with me. Not all this stuff, you know. Getting that storage unit cleared out. That's one of my goals is to get that started. So many things to do, but that's okay.
Have you decided what area of Texas that you're wanting to
Yeah,
look at?
it's going to be Austin area, um, Hill Country,
Mm-hmm.
San Marcos. I really like Lockhart, the town of Lockhart.
Mm-hmm.
It's got that small town feel, but it's got it's got stores and it's got a Walmart. I
Mm-hmm.
I I just don't know. I've been here 11 years, and
Mm-hmm.
for me to be able to
Uproot.
drive to Walmart in 5 minutes, that would be amazing.
Mm-hmm.
Or to the grocery store, or
Yeah.
you know, I, I just I don't do that. My nearest Walmart, either direction, is 25 miles one way. Um, so yeah, I mean that would be great if I
Ours
could
is
do
maybe 10 miles at most in either direction. I got three or four of them around me. Either
that.
direction, it'd be 10 to 15 minutes, no matter which one I go to. And there's Walgreens on every corner. There's CVS on every corner. So I mean, it's like, and Kroger's everywhere. So
Yeah.
I mean, like, I don't. We live out in a rural area, but
Mhm.
the the towns are like within. I can throw a stone probably and hit Mason. So I mean,
Yeah.
the
Yeah, and
town
that's
of
kind
Mason
of.
itself is small, but
Mhm.
then you have the outskirts where like the plazas are.
Mhm.
So that have the Walmarts and your eateries and things like that. So.
Mhm. And that's kind of how, like, the area that I want to move in, because one the bigger town is like San Marcos, so and it's right between. I really like it because it's right in between Austin and San Antonio, so you have two big cities, you know, very close to you, within an hour distance, so um, I like that. I definitely like that. And also, Texas Style says that you'll be within an hour of three Goodwill bins,
Mhm,
not to mention all the thrift stores, estate sales, garage sales. Yeah.
mhm,
And I'm looking really forward to not doing winter. I
mhm.
don't like winter.
Mm.
I don't like snow. I don't like ice. If it snowed once a year, I would be happy. I would be good to go. I just don't like that around, and I don't like not having anybody around me.
Mhm.
You know,
I don't like that either.
I just I hate it. I hate and I've learned to kind of live on my own and live by myself and
Mhm.
everything, but to have friends and I just don't have a network of people
Mhm.
that I can really depend on. So
But this United States is huge,
yeah,
and you can live anywhere in it,
Mhm.
yep.
you know?
And I don't have
And
anything holding me here.
no,
I mean I mean other than the money is the issue, but I'm working on that, and you know that's
So,
really the only thing that's holding me here.
so when you do decide to make that move, are you going to drive? Are you going to hire a moving company, or have you
I'm not
decided?
sure. I mean, originally I was thinking I was just going to rent a U-Haul trailer
Mm-hmm.
and just pull it behind the van. But then, I've kind of been looking at maybe getting one of those pods, and packing it full and then just have them, take
I would
it.
do that because they do all the moving for you.
Yeah. And then I wouldn't have to really, other than, just getting the van down there. That would be the only thing, which is it's 12 hours away.
Mhm.
Um, it'd probably be about a 16-hour drive, but you know, um, that's
But
not that
it's
bad.
not that bad. I mean, once you get a place, an actual location that you're going to,
Yeah,
it wouldn't be no problem to get your pod loaded up, and they take it and deliver it,
yeah,
and then you meet them down there 2 days later. It's so
yeah,
it probably the longest part of it's going to be packing everything up.
yeah,
So. And
yeah.
you may need two pods, one for your eBay stuff and one for your house stuff.
Well, and that's the thing too is I'm not really taking a lot of house stuff like furniture. I'm not. I really kind of want to start fresh
Mm-hmm.
and just kind of and I don't really want to. I don't need a lot. I mean, I got my TV stand, and I mean, very very small amount of
Mm-hmm.
uh, house stuff.
Furniture.
But and what I've been doing recently is just any of my paperwork. I cleaned up my file cabinet the other day. There's all of that stuff that I don't need. It's already packed up in totes, and it's
Mm-hmm.
over at the storage unit. So, yeah, I've been doing that. But
That's the best way to do it.
a trailer may be too small for all of my inventory and all of my house stuff. So a pod may be, you know, better, or some kind of a moving company or something like that. Yeah. So
I tell you what would be neat. I don't know if he could do this or not, but I know just for instance, when I cleared out this room to redo the floor, I got
mhm,
some of that stretch wrap and I had my gaming system. I didn't want to have to take everything off that shelf. So I
mhm,
took that stretch wrap and I wrapped the crap out of that shelf with everything in it and just
mhm.
moved it out. You might be able to do the same thing with some things.
Yeah.
Your I see you got your clothing and stuff there. If you didn't want to have a bunch of totes, wrap that up and roll that thing right into the pod,
Yeah.
as is. So I mean, just
Yeah.
it's an idea.
Well, that's good, Mary. I'm glad that you're getting away. Getting away, and even if it's just for a couple of days, it's good to.
mm,
Hey, you're going to be close to Sally. That's pretty
yeah,
close to Sally. You guys should meet up.
Speaking of gambling, I have a slot machine in my bar now,
So,
a real one.
that's fun.
awesome.
So when I can't find Teresa, where do you think I find her? Out there playing a slot machine. But it keeps her from going to the casino. So not casino. We have a racino where they have the horse races and a casino in the middle. So I mean,
Oh, really?
yeah, we have a racino here. Do the sign? They have actual horse. It's the what they call them. The where they ride on the back with the little wheels. Oh, what is that? Sulky horse racing. So they don't actually ride the horses. They sit back there on them little wheelie things behind them. So
Like
we
a
have that
chariot?
kind
Like
of
a
horse
chariot?
racing. What's that?
Like a
Like-
chariot?
Yeah, that's called a sulky. It's just like a little. It looks like a little tractor seat with two big tires.
Huh.
Like bicycle tires. They sit back there, and it's called sulky racing. So
So why don't they ride the horse?
heck, I don't know.
I don't know.
I guess
I-
because they don't.
I don't know.
I don't. That's just the kind of racing they've always done in this county. It's called sulky
Huh.
racing. So and I don't want to start betting the horses. So I
Right.
don't
Today's
go.
Jim Carrey's birthday?
Yep, it is.
Well, happy
well,
birthday,
happy
Jim.
birthday, Jim.
Hey, Joanna.
Yeah, it's my birthday month, so I've been and I'm having to work the first part of it. Dang it, I can't even celebrate. I
Oh,
used to
I am
celebrate all month
sure.
long.
I am sure when that day arrives, I'm sure you're going to be doing some celebrating.
Well, yeah, I've already got the keg and the beer.
Hey, you're set. You
Oh,
getting
yeah.
ready for it?
Just depends on how hot. If it's too hot out, I'll be drinking in my house.
Yeah.
Now I told Teresa and the kids that I want to go down to the Cincinnati Zoo. We have to have reservations now to go down there. I said, but I love baby Fiona. I still call her baby Fiona, even though she's not a baby. But that's my favorite animal down there, and I like to go down there and watch her just play because she's just so cute. And then they got a few new zoo babies that I want to see, and I like to watch the silverbacks, gorillas. So
Yeah.
I said, that's what I want to do for my birthday. I want to go see the hippos.
Nice.
And plus, I got to get a new snow globe of the hippo because I got my pant leg caught on this and broke my one I got was last year before last. I was like, damn it. So
That'll be fun.
Teresa's
be
not
a
a
lot
big
of fun.
gambler either, but thank God we got that out there. It's got tokens and quarters in it. She's been put. We went to was it last Saturday? They're showing old movies at the theater, and I had never seen Wizard of Oz on the big screen before because it was like 1939 when it first come out. So
Uh-huh.
my sisters and I all went together for lunch, and we stopped off for lunch, and I went to get some change out for the waitress, and all my quarters were gone.
Uh.
And I had a bunch of quarters in the bottom of my bag. I mean, my bag probably weighed 10 pounds because the quarters, they're all gone. They're out there in the slot machine. But anyway, we seen the Wizard of Oz on the big screen. First time any of us had seen it, so I thought that was awesome.
Yeah, that's cool.
And I tell you what's really neat is when you see it on TV, the ruby slippers, they're sparkly, right? Well, on the big screen, they actually look like they're lit up. It's like her
Wow.
feet are lit up constantly. I never noticed that before. I was like, wow, that is so cool.
Wakey, wakey, Sally.
Mm.
I only got a few minutes left now.
Fading fast. We got 8 minutes. Yeah, I think, and that's the thing about moving is, you do have to prepare and you have to be ready. You have to, and you can't just do that like 2 weeks before. You have to do that months in advance. And so that's really what I've been, trying to do is just trying to get ready. And of course, and I'm just going to put it, it may happen this fall. And if it doesn't happen this fall, it won't happen until probably next spring, but I'm hoping for this fall is what I'm working towards. But I want to make sure that I have enough money to get down there and be able to function, but I know that there's a lot of opportunity there that, I'm going to have probably a lot more opportunities there than I would here. And I know there's going to be, places where I can make friends and just have a better life. I want a better life for myself. Um, you know, that's where I'm at. So,
There was somebody that drove from Indiana up to here,
mhm,
just to visit, and they didn't have a place to stay.
mhm.
They got here and they come in the store and she goes, "Is there any hotels around here?" Like, yeah, but you're not gonna get one.
Or if
You're
there
not
is, you
gonna
don't
get a
want to
room.
sleep there.
Yeah, well,
Man,
Or with
even
one eye
those are all
open.
full. It doesn't matter what it looked like. It's
it's like
gonna
you
be
can
full.
be
There's
sleeping in
no
your car.
nothing. Yeah.
Hope you got some blankets.
Mhm.
You can be
Always pack a
sleeping in your
tent because you
seat.
might have to sleep in it.
Oh man. Yeah, it is going to be amazing. I want to get there, and that's the hardest. It's the hardest thing is just it's scary.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie. It's a scary thing, and I worry about being a failure, and being some lady on the in the homeless population and everything, and
You wouldn't
being
do that.
I mean,
Uh-uh.
but I mean, sometimes you don't have a choice. You lose everything, and I know that I have family and friends, and
Mhm.
that wouldn't be. Nobody would let me do that.
Yeah.
Nobody would allow that to happen. But
There's
you
too many
know,
of us right here that wouldn't let that happen.
I
So
know. But I mean,
it's still in the back of your mind. Yeah.
yeah. I mean, I wouldn't let that happen because I would go to work. I would go get a job where I got a stable paycheck coming in, and I wouldn't let that happen. But I mean, there's always that possibility. We're all just one paycheck away from being homeless. I mean,
Mary, you need to
in a
call
sense.
and see if the hotel pools are open. I'm not sure if they would be or not.
Yeah,
Oh,
the
Carol,
hotel.
stop.
I don't know if hotel are open or not.
Texas Val says jumping out of the plane was scary, but you did it, and you will do this, and you will flourish and do very well. Well, thank you. See, Carol, some people do believe in me.
That's one thing I would not do is jump out of an airplane. I kudos to you for doing it, but it would.
You know what?
Uh-uh.
It almost didn't happen.
Mm.
I mean, I was like really close to saying, no, I ain't doing this. But I
It's not
couldn't
the
be that
heights.
one to go back down in the plane and, no.
It's not the height. It's not the fall. It's that sudden stop that scares the shit out of me all the time. Boom!
Yeah.
I'd make a crater and a half. I was like, I don't think so.
Yeah. Not
Mary,
broke my
there's a
leg.
lot of places up here they're not wearing masks. So you shouldn't have to worry about that.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can't wear a freaking mask in a swimming pool.
No.
That's dumb.
I tell you what, though, there's gonna be people that do it. They're gonna get in that pool with that mask on. Watch.
And you know
There's
what?
gonna be
If they
somebody.
drowned, they'd probably try and drown themselves. Yeah.
There will
One
be
thing
that person.
I really didn't like about that jumping out of the plane was the small plane. It was it was small.
Little Cessna.
I didn't like that at all because it just seems like because it takes a long time to get up to that altitude, and you're basically just going around in circles, but you're going up and up and up, and and it's just it takes so long to get up there, and then when it's your turn, it's like, oh shit.
My stomach had been up in my throat.
That would be the thing. Like, if you could just get up there and do it and be done and over with, that would be no big deal. But it's the anticipation building.
Oh yeah.
They'd have to kick my ass out of the plane. I'd be like,
yeah.
no!
Yeah, me too.
I'd have a big boot print.
Shoot, there were times when we were at Magic Mountain and we would stand in this freaking line for like an hour to get on this huge roller coaster.
Oh
and
yeah.
then we would get at the very front of the line. I'm thinking, man, I really don't want to do this. I mean, like Goliath. Do you remember the Goliath, Valerie?
Oh yeah.
Oh my gosh, that freaking roller coaster scared the shit out of me.
Oh, I love roller coasters.
But
I'm not allowed to ride them anymore.
we
but I
rode
love
them all,
Oh
but
yeah.
they scared the shit out of
Oh
me.
yeah. Oh yeah.
Like, I'm sitting there praying,
Mhm.
like literally praying,
Are you back?
because I don't want to die,
Yeah.
and I think
Hey.
I'm gonna die.
If you can ride the Beast at Kings Island, you can ride anything. That thing will beat the living crap out of you. I mean, but I'm not joking. I mean, it's just a rough riding, fast roller coaster.
That's what I've always
And-
said about the Viper.
Yeah.
Viper is like it's one where you're hanging from the track.
Mhm.
So when you get in, you put this thing over
Mhm.
for, like, to hold on to or whatever, and it's supposed to lock or whatever. And it's got pads right here, and your head goes like this the whole time.
Yeah.
Well, on
Just
the big-
back and forth. And I remember I got my ears pierced like a week before I rode on the Viper, and when I got off that ride, my ears were bleeding.
Oh my gosh.
It was pretty bad.
It's two
Lauren.
people sitting next to each other.
Oh, you're fine.
And I don't know how many times my nephew and I, or somebody and I, bashed heads because you're going, it's like, it's like, oh.
Yeah.
Everybody said I had to wear a helmet on the damn thing. About come off with a concussion. But the Beast is probably the roughest roller coaster I have ever ridden. And I'm not allowed to ride any roller coasters now, and I wouldn't ride it now if I could, because I've been on it before, and I don't want to shake none of this cage loose in my spine, because that's exactly what would happen. So it's crazy. Are you back?
Who's
So
that? Nick
I don't know who
Cordero.
Nick Cordero is. Who is that?
Oh, he was a Broadway star, I think. Wasn't it?
I don't know. It says
Yep,
he
he
was
died from corona.
41.
What was he?
Oh,
He was needing a transplant, a lung transplant.
He lost.
right?
They took his leg too.
Oh really?
Yep.
oh.
That's sad.
So I mean, he had a rough way of it from COVID.
Yeah. I don't know. This world is so
That's sad.
crazy right now.
It is.
Craziness.
Where'd you go, huh?
For some reason, I thought he was on
You
the
need to
mend.
brush your teeth. Your breath
Tony
stinks.
nominated Broadway actor.
Huh.
I was trying to see. He was in Rock of Ages, Waitress, Bronx Tale.
Yeah, he was in something else too. They were talking about today, and I can't remember what it is.
He looks like one of the guys that played in Lin-Manuel's musical.
Take you to get your nails done. That was too long.
Who knew?
Jane Ray says, yeah, that's so sad. He's already had a leg amputated for some reason. I thought he was on the mend.
Yeah. Well, and that's the thing. I mean, even if you're on the mend, if you are somewhat your immune system is going to be down, and even if you're healing from something else, I mean, that could still just attack you and take you on down.
Yeah.
It's a weird virus. I think it's a lot weirder than what they
I think
that they know.
he played
Well,
Cheech.
huh?
He played Cheech in 2014 Broadway musical Bullets Over Broadway, which I'm assuming is that Cheech and Chong.
Oh, gotcha.
Something.
Well, it is that time. Time to get to work. Time to get. I got to get some shipping done.
Me too.
And
Before it gets too hot.
Listing done, and I got to get all that stuff done. So
all the stuffs.
I hope everybody has a great Friday, Monday.
I'm like, wait a minute, it's Friday already? What happened?
No, I'm not doing that.
Hey, we were having a blast, and time flies, right? So there you go.
Damn, I was only supposed to take one day off for. Oh my god.
Friday.
I hope everybody has a great day. Monday. We'll see y'all later. See you tomorrow. Bye.
Bye.